and you guys help me to do a better job of training all of our people on what to look for safety-wise on their bike, where fluids can leak, stuff like that. We'll go over that in some future shows. All right, rockin', bro. Yamaha SCR 950. Let me see if I can paint a picture of this motorcycle. Imagine when you were a youngin' and your buddy or someone had a Yamaha MX-80, and you just ride it all day long until your arms felt like they were going to shake off. We're talking, this thing looks like the grown-up version for you now. Yamaha SCR 950 for 2017. It looks like an old metal tank dirt bike, but with the exception that it has a 900. It's a 950 V-twin, right? It's a 950 V-twin, but it has on-road, off-road tires. It has metal fenders, has a metal tank, has number plates on it. Yeah, it's super cool. Not to mention the Yamaha SCR 950 has a base price of $8,700. So I like it. I think my brother needs to pick one of those up for his oil-filled bike. So I had that written down as a bike to look up. The Yamaha V-Twin Enduro. Wow. The Yamaha SCR 950. I didn't get a whole lot of specs or anything like that. However, it does have it is a good looking bike. I think of course, whenever I look at even a brand new motorcycle, I look at the lines and I look at the functionality of it, and some things like, I love the bike, don't get me wrong, it's badass. What I don't, maybe the one that I saw came from California, and a lot of those have these big weird exhaust pipes on them. Either that or Yamaha just want to sell you some aftermarket stuff. I don't know. I know how that works because I just changed out some exhaust on a Yamaha because they were just big, heavy. Whenever you go to start doing some performance stuff to the bike, then that might be, let's see, Yamaha SCR 950 V-Twin. Yeah, I bet you could do a handful of mods to it. Not that you would need to. 950 cc's. We would have to see how much it weighs and all that kind of stuff. But it looks like it's kind of a heavy bike. It doesn't look like a light bike. It doesn't look like it's one that you would want to jump or anything like that. But it does look like one that would go off road all right. It would be good. I don't know. I'll have to see. I didn't really notice if it had one shock or two shocks in the back. I don't think that well, maybe, guys. It definitely has kind of like a Virago style looking motor on it. So, okay, so talking about on-road, off-road motorcycles. Okay, the first one we talked about was the 2017 Yamaha SCR 950, which is a V-twin on-road, off-road bike, enduro tires, has number plates on it. It looks like a grown-up version of a little metal tank dirt bike that you had when you were a kid that grew up with you, right along the way with you, and now it's been drinking milk. You know what I'm saying, you hear me? Okay, let's talk about, there's some little bikes. See, this is what I think my honest opinion is that Harley Davidson came out with the motorcycles last year. What were they called? Anyway, one of them was a 500 and one of them was a 750. And apparently they did pretty well. And also, what was it? A Ninja, 300cc Ninja did really well. There was another, we'll talk about it in a minute, but the one that I think it's really kind of cool, if you need one to throw to like ride around at the racetrack, but you want to be able to take it up to the store, or you want to take it to the deer lease, would be badass. This would be a badass deer lease one. If you've ever remember the Yamaha Fat Cats, the 200cc fat tire. The Yamaha still makes a TW200 fat tire. It's got the it's got like balloon tires on it, and it's a 200cc big tire. So now, this year, for 2017, Suzuki is introducing one called the VAN 200. The VAN 200 is a little. It's got a cool look to it. It looks just like an old mini bike. A fat tire mini bike is exactly what it looks like, but grown up. And it's streetable. You know what I mean? It's not 200 cc's. I don't. That's nothing that I would want to take out on the highway or anything like that. Nonetheless, the Suzuki VAN 200, I think the base price on it's about $4,600. Now, this is kind of interesting, guys. Like I said, a lot of these on here are small bikes. We're going to talk about two big bikes, though. Maybe we'll talk about two big bikes and another one that I want to look up. But the Honda is now introducing the CBR 500RR. Well, what do you think that the difference between the CBR 500RR and, let's say, the 600 is? A lot, guys. It's the difference between. Okay, this is what we're looking at. The Honda CBR 500RR is a 471cc parallel twin, which means it's a twin cylinder, 471cc twin cylinder, and it's just going to be, and my guess, without seeing it in person, only pictures, and I haven't looked up the specs, it's going to be very similar to the EX500 Ninja, which is saying that Honda's looking to make. I think they did a CBR, a smaller CBR, also. But definitely CBR 500RR. Oh, no. It was, okay, I got it. A few new Hondas coming out, guys. I'm telling you. The CBR 500RR, that's a good, if you want to get into motorcycling on a crotch rocket, if you want to call it a crotch rocket, it's called a sport cruiser. Okay, now, I'm done talking about little bikes for the moment. One that kind of got my eye, and I do not have the CBR. I didn't have a price on it, guys. But I get a little bit excited whenever I see a picture and see this. And when I even just seeing the picture, it's a cool looking bike. Again, on that, like the Yamaha SCR 950, I would have to just change, nothing big. I would probably like the exhaust and maybe upgrade the suspension if it was available. That's about it. And I'm not saying that. If I bought one, I would have to do I'm saying carbs. So look, I'm dating myself. We would have to do, see what we could do as far as performance modifications go. Ignition system, fuel intake, air, exhaust, blam, slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Clutches, maybe some kind of Gold Series clutches. But check this out. The only thing that really that I didn't really find real aesthetically pleasing on the SCR 950, and it's only if you're real meticulous and you stare at it, was the exhaust pipe. But other than that, the bike looked badass. It looked like it needed, set of some sort of period looking correct, because this is a period looking motorcycle. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it looks like it's a 1977 model, but it has a 2017 model exhaust pipe on it. Even if they would have just made it look, retro, that would have suited my needs. But guys, let's talk just for a minute about the Victory Octane. The Victory Octane. Okay, this is a V10. It's by Victory, and it's a couple of 100 pounds less than the next bike, you know. So what they did is they put, I believe they modified the V-twin of what powers the Indian Scout. And they made it produce 104 freaking horsepower and 76 foot-pounds of torque, bone stock out of the gate. So for the Victory Octane, it's a sleek-looking bike. It looks kind of like it looks like a modern Sportster, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the Victory Octane, it's actually a little, it's meaner. It's meaner looking. It's definitely meaner looking. And with 104 horsepower, that's pretty impressive, man. So check out the Victory Octane for 2017. Big bikes, guys. Big bikes. Big bikes. Talking about big bikes with, I guess this is like one of the biggest bikes out there, okay? An all new, it's called the Milwaukee 8 V-Twin, an all new Road Glide for 2017. Yes, an all new Road Glide. It's got like more modern looking fairings. It looks like the bags are already like stretched. It's got some different angles. It's a good looking bike. It's a good looking bike if you're looking for a dresser, a full touring motorcycle. And that being said, all new 107 cubic inch, 1,753 cc motor called the Milwaukee 8 V-Twin that basically Harley's betting their whole future on this new V-Twin that they're putting out, the 107 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 V-Twin. So check out the new Road Glide, and will they be putting this motor in some of their other bikes also next year? I'm not sure, but it will be on the Road Glide. And back, a couple of more small bikes we'll talk about. Small bikes we'll talk about coming out for 2017. The Kawasaki Z125 Pro. Let me tell you something. At first glance, I looked at it, I was like, I was like, okay, it looks like a little Street Fighter, right? It's a little Street Fighter, but the Kawasaki Z125 Pro, right, I guess, who was it? Came out with the Grom last year. It's kind of, but Kawasaki wanted some of that because they came out with this little. It's a Z125, right? It's a one-cylinder, 125 cc's. It's ultralight. It only weighs 225 pounds. It looks like it's a cool looking little Street Fighter. I'll have to go see one of them in person to see actually like how big it is. Because 225 pounds is like, I mean, that's light. That's definitely a light motorcycle. And 125 cc's is definitely not something that you can take out on the highway, but it is something you could just zip around town on. Definitely for a base price somewhere around $3,000 or less. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. The Kawasaki Z125 Pro, coming at you live in 2017 to your Kawasaki dealerships. It looks like it is, I'm not sure if it's air, I'm pretty sure it's an air-cooled single-cylinder, 125, low maintenance, ultralight, something it's definitely a badass pit bike. I guarantee that. That would be one to take to the racetrack. The Z125 Pro for $3,000. And a couple other small bikes introduce you into motorcycling correctly. You got to check out the new Honda Rebels. The Honda Rebels gone from a 250 and a 450 to a 300, the all new Rebel 300 and the all new Rebel 500. And it looks like they've got different angles. They've got more angles to them. You know what I mean? They look like they're stretched. They're not. They're like, you just have to look at them, guys. They look more like a straight backbone style custom type little motorcycle than a Japanese motorcycle. They actually got some good lines to them.